Good day. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Atari 8-bit gameplay. As you can see, I've got the game Snokie loaded up by Mr. Yves L'empereur. Game concept by A. Marcilli. Okay, so again it's got Funsoft, which I believe is just Yves' company, and his address and phone number, which have probably changed, but I suppose possibly not. What do we got here? Option, normal, high speed. I remember this game as being really ridiculously difficult. So, and as usual, let me crank that volume down. The time surely does count down quickly. Or click down countly, or whatever I started to say there. Yeah, there you go. Super hard. Well, the little skull death animation is fun. Okay, there you go. Little winking skull. You're going to see a lot of that, I think. Unfortunately. Yeah, I had a couple of partial goes of this just now to get my sound levels better. Game over! What a shock. And it's just as hard as I remember it being. Alright, but graphics are good, sound is nice, the music upon dying is a bit obnoxious and gets old quickly, but anyway, it's fairly short, so not too bad. There's I guess, what am I trying to say here? There's some vibes in this game of Rick Dangerous in a way, with the boulders and the deaths that come out of nowhere. Oh, there's a time marker, okay. Meaning my time was refreshed. No visual indicator of that being about to happen. And don't do that, apparently. So how are you supposed to do that? I wonder, back up and jump, or go all the way forward and jump? Oh, I guess I get a chance to find out right now. Or do that and just die. Eve, you got me again. Oh, the boulder comes and I see it bounced up against the wall. That's interesting. Okay, here we are. Okay, that's not it. It must be advance all the way, I guess. Do I get another try? I do not get another try. Yeah, interesting. There's some graphical similarities between this game and his other ones. I don't know if there's a way to tell which one came first. There's a year on the title screen there, I think, which I neglected to take note of. I'll try to, next time I die 3 times, which will be any second now, I'll try to remember to take a look at that. Also a memory game, as a lot of these, how in the hell are you supposed to do that? So all the way forward doesn't work. Maybe I have to back up more? Swear word. See if I can get there one more time. I don't know, man. Unless this is like, I'll have to experiment a little bit here. What's that game? The second installment of Miner 2049er, where you can move halfway through your jump. I'll try that now. Nope, not a thing. Okay. Okay, well, there's got to be a way, unless this is a very, maybe that's all he had, and decided to make it impossible to proceed from there. Although, I'm sure that's not really what happened, but anyway. That time limit's pretty harsh. Okay, so it must be... Okay, I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe jump earlier than that? I don't know. I wonder if you sit there, if you get tagged by that boulder. That would seem to be a little sadistic. Maybe from here. That's a tough jump to do because as soon as you start moving, you die. One more try. How am I doing here? 5 minutes in. Kind of be a little bit of a shame to end the video here. Okay, I'm going to keep at it for a few minutes anyway. I've kind of got the first section down reasonably well. Famous last words as usual. Oh yeah, I'm actually pretty good with the first section. Watch, I won't even get past it once. Oh boy. So you can't jump too soon to get over the boulder, and you can't jump too late to get over the boulder. You could outrun it in the sections if you're super accurate with your jumping. For example, I'll try to do that now. There you go. No, you can't possibly do it from there. It's got to be that. There we go. Wow, that's tough. Shit. Okay. Alright, well at least I did it once. Let's have another go. Well, this game is so hard and punishing. Like there's just very little margin for error. Almost none. Almost none. Anyway. That's something that was observed by one of my friends and co-workers who watched one of my videos, and his comment back to me the next day was, I forget how he phrased it, but his point was these games from back in the 80s didn't really do any hand-holding. Which I guess it probably depended on the game, but no, a lot of them did not. It was like, figure it out. If you don't like it or you can't figure it out, that's your own damn problem. Come on. Super unforgiving. Okay, my new goal is to get a little bit past that. Oh, don't do that. That was close. A little bit past that section that it took me a while to figure out how to do. And I feel like I'm still going to probably struggle with. If I can even get there again. I made a comment to Yves. He commented on my flak video, which was really gratifying actually. It was neat when a guy that wrote, or a person that wrote software all those years ago, sees a YouTube video and comments on it, and I don't know, there's something cool about that. And right between them, dang it. Okay, well, that's cool. Nice little new section of the game with the platforms over the water. Let's see here. Ooh. Those jump distances are a little tricky for sure. I forget if I don't know if I finished that little story or not. He commented on my game and talked a little bit about the game itself, and then mentioned that he made 2 other games for the Atari 8-bits and also games for some other platforms, which I may go looking for here. I believe I can easily emulate, or relatively easily emulate those things. I'm sure I can do it on my main computer, which is what I'm doing right now, or on my Mr. FPGA system. Probably easier to do on my Mr., to be honest. But whoops, that was almost a mistake. Anyhow, I told him, I responded to his comment saying I remember how hard Snokie was, and that he had a real thing for pixel perfect or precision timing. I forget exactly what I said, but that was the gist of it. He didn't answer that, probably never saw it, but anyway, it was nice to have a bit of an exchange with him, and maybe he'll see this and comment on it, or not. I have no idea what he's up to these days. Probably retired, actually. Oh, come on! That was pretty close. How am I doing here? Oh, that's my best score. Alright, maybe one or two more. I'm not hating this, but I do remember getting very frustrated with it as a teen. When I had, let me think, I guess I need to, my brain isn't working well enough anymore to remember how old I was when I was playing these games. And I still haven't looked at the date on the title screen. Too busy talking. Shoot. Oh my god, what was I gonna say? So anyway, I got my Atari when I would have been 14 years old, almost 15 when I bought it. So probably I was 15 or 16 when I was playing this game. And yeah, I don't know how much patience I had for stuff like this back then. Probably more than I do now, to be honest, but because, you know, we didn't have anything to compare and contrast with. I mean, games were often quite tough, and that's just how it was. But I don't have any real memories of getting too far in this game. If I manage it, I'll see if I remember anything. That little floating platform bit actually does activate some brain cells somewhere down there, but somewhere deep in the back of my gray matter. Oh boy, that was weak. Is that my best score? I didn't even get, what was my best score? So I guess I'm not even really paying attention to what the points are for. Just walking, it looks like. Okay, so maybe the fact that I did the first level, or almost all of the first level 3 times, it meant I ended up with a decent score, but I'm much more interested in progressing through the game than I am in a high score. There's the first checkpoint. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, at least I got into the second section. Okay. Okay, got this down reasonably well. I thought I blew that one. No time. Why don't I have any time? Oh, that's a time checkpoint right there. Ah, scheiße. So right before the floating platforms is a time checkpoint. Dagnabbit. I would very much like to get past that, but we're at 14 minutes already. And I'm keeping an eye on the clock maybe more than I normally would, because I've got some beets roasting in the oven, and I don't want those to burn, so I'm going to have to go check on those pretty quick. So this is going to be the last one, I think. My last run at it. I might visit this again, maybe. It is a bit on the frustrating side, though, so we'll see. Case in point, I was right at the end of the first section before the first checkpoint there. Anyway, very much a memory game as well as a sort of precision, pixel precision jumping sort of a game as well. So if you move before you jump from perching on that edge, then you die. And if you move one pixel to the left before you jump from where I was, then you die. So, oh, what am I doing? That was... Alright, well, as promised, that's going to have to do it for this one. It's a reasonable game, really hard though, and maybe unreasonably hard, I guess. If it was slightly more forgiving on the jumping, I think it would be a lot more enjoyable experience, but it's often how games were back then. Is there a date? 1983. Okay, I'll have to compare that to Flak. I think the other one that I looked at recently, which was called Time Runner. Yeah, Time Runner. I think that was an 82 date on it. So, alright, thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.